Garba, Shehu, spokesperson for President Muhammadu Buhari, says Mr. Buhari and former Lagos State Governor Bola Tinubu saved Nigeria's democracy with the merger that birthed the All Progressives Congress that defeated the People's Democratic Party in the 2015 presidential election. President Muhammadu Buhari reconstructed political parties and formed this country's biggest political merger in partnership with people like Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu and saved the country's democracy by instituting a new administration that is change-oriented. Mr. Shehu said. How? Wow. Nigerians don't suffer. Upon how we have a learned people, we have people who are refined, we have people who are learned. You can see the crops of people that are now leading Nigerians. How? Sort upon injury. The spokesman made this statement in an interview with BBC Pidgin on Saturday when explaining that Mr. Buhari's changing of political parties cannot be likened to Benue State Governor Samuel Ortom's move from one party to another. Mr. Buhari was a member of the Congress for Progressive Change that merged to form the APC. When it was formed, Mr. Ortom was a member of the APC until in 2015 when he dumped the party to join the PDP. However, contrary to Mr. Shehu's claim that Mr. Buhari saved the country's democracy, instead the regime has been notorious for gross human rights abuses, extrajudicial killing of protesters and massive clampdown on the media, considered by many as the worst in Nigeria's history. Mr. Buhari, in disobedience to court orders, detained former National Security Advisor Dasuki Sambo, Sahara Reporters publisher Omoyele Sowore, separatist leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and leader of the Islamic movement in Nigeria, Ibrahim El-Zakzaky, and his wife, for several months in spite of court orders granting them bail. Nigerians have also witnessed cases of killing of protesters across the country as the police and army continue to open live rounds on protesting citizens since Mr. Buhari assumed office in 2015. In 2015, shortly after Mr. Buhari came into power, over 348 members of Shiite Islamic group were massacred and buried in a mass grave by the Nigerian military. Amnesty International had in 2016 reported how the Nigerian military extrajudicially killed at least 150 peaceful pro-Biafra protesters in the southeast part of the country. A nationwide protest against years of police brutality and extrajudicial killings, christened #EndSARS, ended on a tragic note when, on the 9th of October 2020, the military opened live rounds on young Nigerians gathered at the Lekki toll gate in Lagos. And these are the people that saved democracy. They don't have shame. Honestly, they don't have shame. They don't have shame. When people die, they see people die as a normal thing. That's why they don't bother. Buhari does not even bother. He does not. Is this how to practice democracy? You don't even talk to your people. You just keep quiet. You speak maybe once in 3 years, and when you speak, you anger people. Is that how to lead people? No manners, no courtesy, no respect for people. Respect is reciprocal. Even if you like be 200 years old, you must respect a child of 1 year. You respect the child, and the child will give you, once you give that child respect, the child will give you double or triple of that respect. Just throw little respect to that child. You see how that respect is. That child will going to respect you. But a situation whereby you think that you are Methuselah, and you see a child that is born today, you want to mess with that child up, he will mess you up. That child will mess you up. He will insult you. They will do rubbish, do nonsense, and expect the masses to continue to bow before them. It's not done. It is not done. And that's why we are hearing all these people call themselves, what do they call themselves? Isba, telling us that, you know what, that all those, their Sharia, whatever. Well, some people are saying, no, they don't know what they're talking about. That it is only the poor that they can really pounce on. That when it comes to those who are holding one position or the other, whether you are rich or whatever, that according to the Isbah, that Islam said you should not criticize them. Like seriously, even they do wrong thing. What kind of a people are that? Like I said, some people are saying Isba do not know. They don't know what they're talking about. That is not what it is in Islam. But that's why they are the ones that are representing the Islam. Because if it is not so, you ought to have come out and say, no, 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 that is not the way it ought to go. But all of you keep quiet. So when they begin to vomit some kind of things that you expect people, because all of the things that they are doing, it is just there for everyone to see. And you begin to say that people don't know what they are talking about when they actually do and say what they do what they talked about. So Garba Shehu, they have no conscience. They do not have conscience, telling us that these are the people that save democracy. You can just imagine. I'm always asking, if you as a person, can you even, those people that they are even fronting, can you even employ them as your PA or whatever? The corruption that is in this country, that's what brought all these people. Of course, because people didn't even have some people will tell you that they have a Nigerians had opportunity to choose other people, but because they always believe in big parties, because we have refined, sound people that when they talk, you know that you can be proud of these people, contested with all these kind of people in 2015. But because of Nigerians, there's a majority, those who are always going out to vote, they are not even educated politically. They are not educated politically. That's why we can see all these kind of people, unqualified, ruling the qualified. Angry birds. Take your life and live. Nigerians see beyond nonsense rhetorics. Truly, this Mumu is on hard drugs. This one is referring to Garba Shehu. I am really missing Mr. Lai Mohammed. Someone is trying hard to impersonate him here. Buhari, Tinubu, and Garba Shehu destroyed Nigeria democracy. You guys are virus to Nigerians. Garba Shehu is already doing the job of Lai Mohammed. The unfortunate part about the lackeys in this administration is the complete loss of the ability to speak truth. Carry blackface like oh my god, this one give a man no be here. They brought this mess. Thank God the result is coming. The only country in the world where presidents get mouthpiece. And they talk. I don't know. And I get mouthpiece. I don't know. I don't just understand. Garba Shehu is mentally sick. Buhari surrounded himself with seasoned liars and have no oil of empathy, failures, and they don't care. It's like this man do not think before he talks, but talk before thinking. It's not complete. It's not complete. Why not say Buhari, Tinubu, Lai Mohammed, Garba Shehu? They are the one that saved democracy. Senseless man. Hearing this madman talk gets me angry. She see face like a Aturu. I may not accept his statement, but always polite than Sir Adeshino. This is Sunday morning. I don't want to say anything harsh. If not, I would have said that this man is mentally derailed. I would have said that he is senseless. But today is Sunday, Sha, and you have not said anything. So, guys, let's say your opinion. Garba Shehu says Tinubu and Buhari that they are the one that rescued democracy. I don't know. They saved democracy.